Welcome back everyone to another NRG, this time on the Amiga, and this is Super Stardust. Yes, this came out in 1994, and recently I've been playing one of its many remake, sequel, HD jobbies thing, and I've been enjoying it very lot, and I've recently put a video up on that on the PlayStation 4 as well. But this is the first true sequel to the original Stardust, which came out on the Amiga Advanced Graphics Architecture board. So that's the 1232 CD32, published by Team 17 and brought to us by Bloodhouse, which eventually became Housemarque, responsible for Resogun and a few other good shooters. Finnish company they are. Yes, indeed. I've always enjoyed their games, to be fair. So this is the first sort of like really super duper on acid, all bells and whistles version of Asteroids essentially, and it's rather bloody good fun. Some good gameplay tropes that they've added here. I mean, obviously it's Asteroids in its sense. You've got the very nice little sort of wraparound physics of the main ship here, which is kind of nice. A bit like coming off like Asteroids, of course. But you've got the rubble of the asteroids but breaking apart. Different types of asteroids, different weapons, of course, power-ups and bosses. So it's highly more advanced. Very tough. But I tell you what, it's amazing looking. I think it's got wonderful graphics. You can see why they put it on the 1200. I mean, I've been playing the original one as well, and that's decent as well. But the graphics are really high quality for the time. I mean, 1994 came out, and graphics of this quality is just outstanding. And as for that soundtrack, well, my Housemarque have always been known for putting decent, sort of high-energy soundtracks on their games, and Super Stardust is no exception. I think it's gone down as a bit of a classic, actually. A lot of people didn't like it because it just claimed it was just too much of an Asteroids clone. I think it's enhanced way enough to sort of remove it from Asteroids if that was its original sort of inspiration. I mean, it's kind of like sort of suggesting that a platform game is a platform game, whatever platform game it is, you know. It's not a fair comparison, I think. I mean, it's obviously got inspiration there, but with the soundtrack and the amazing graphics and everything, handling wise, it's pretty good. You've got to get used to it. The sort of drifting gravity mechanic of the ship is something you've got to get used to, and of course, as is the shooting off screen, the wraparound nature of the screen. When you sometimes you're the boss character, when you come to a boss character, there'll be an enemy underneath you, and you can shoot up into the void, and of course your bullets will come out the other side. There's also an infinite range to the thing. You've also got the shield, of course, which I didn't notice, I didn't mention before. You can get clouted by one of the asteroids or stuff. You can put your shield on, and you'll just take a little bump, and your shield energy meter will drain. Here's one of the bosses, or mid-level boss. Get away! Oh, he's proper smacked me with his flame shit. There's also a lot of comic humour going on as well in the mid screens. You get told off at the end when you get rated. You get told you're miserable, or go and play something else, or that's quite funny. Little gags in there. Bang! Nice impressive explosions as well. Good intersectional screens. Presentation is generally fantastic on this game. I did like the original presentation of the first Stardust as well. It's kind of more of a sort of like sketchbook kind of. This is more like more futuristic. I mean, that kind of looks like a Pip-Boy. That does. You can see the progression where it's gone, sort of like with 3D graphics engines and stuff in Super Stardust HD, for instance, Super Stardust Delta, and Super Stardust HD Ultra, which is the one I've been currently playing, where they've taken the 3D models and wraparound stuff, proper wraparound stuff. It's certainly more high intensity as well. You get bombs as well in this, which you can't really control. You just got to get the right icon to get a bomb. But yeah, generally I think it's a pretty cracking game. I can see there you go. Here's the cloaky. Here's the stealth boss. He's somewhere there. The Bob. Nearly called him the Bob. Oh, he materialised right in front of me. There you go. And try and shoot him off screen there. It is tricky. And I'm going to try my best to get to the first tunnel sequence, the tunnel warp sequence, because that's when some really impressive graphics happen. Oh god, he's got these missiles right up my behind on that one. There you go. Let's get this wet. Come on, get it. Turn your cloak mode off. Got you now. There you go. Boom. Shot actually was pretty poor there though, wasn't it? You gotta say. Let's move on to level 5. We get mid-bosses now, much more power-ups coming your way for in terms of weapons. Certainly, I find the game very tough. I do find it tough. It's difficult to sort of get my the key presses right when it comes to. Oh, there's an extra life. I'll have him. The key presses right when it comes to activating your shield, and sometimes I just completely forget about my shield. When a lot of times it's kind of needed. Oh, I got a smack there. That wasn't good. We'll need that. That's an extra weapon. Should be used later. But yeah, the transitional sequences between different planets, you get this sort of like tunnel warp, sort of mid-game, I guess, sort of bonus game. It's bloody difficult. It's bloody difficult, and it actually counts towards your main lives as well. So if you die in that, it's you're dead full stop. Not the primary game, but it's a nice little sort of. It reminds me of the Batwing sequence in Batman the movie on the Amiga. It reminds me of that, and it's a bit like a sort of stun runner kind of look. Shooting down a tunnel at ridiculously high speeds. If I get to it, I'll show you. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic looking, but I find it really difficult. I've got to admit that. So finally on to stage 6. Getting there, and we've got a few lives left, so that's fine. I'm normally dead by now, so I'm doing all right. Oh, you've also got. I forgot that you've got a time limit as well. The time limit is absolutely annoying as hell because if you don't shoot everything on screen within that time limit. I'm getting battered here. Hang on. Oh, I want to get that. The spread. That's good. I want to get that. That's good. Firepower is rapid up. Oh, I want that too. That's points. That's good point. Ah, no, see, they change. Oh, it's a bomb. I'm getting that. Oh, look at that. That beautiful graphic effect there. And that sort of like negative polarization. Here he is. First main boss. End of sort of like stage boss. Planet boss. I'm using the shield now. Some great rotational graphic effects there on the boss there. Really impressive stuff. Oh! Bam, 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 bam. Ah, the shield wasn't enough. Oh, I succumbed. Oh, no, 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 I'm right next to him. Oh, just a massive chunk of my energy off there. Come on, you're mine now, boy. Yes, 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 and oh, I thought I was going to do him there. And like I was saying, there's a time limit, and if you don't shoot all the things on screen within that time limit, oh, very well impressive explosion there. Everything turns into like little missile ships things, and then it's almost impossible to get out of the level without dying multiple times. So you've really got to get within that time limit. And here we go with the tunnel sequence, initiating warp sequence, and I find this tough. These spiky balls that you get in this remind me of sort of spiky balls you get in Black Tiger and oh, that shoot 'em up, which I can't. Buster, that's it. They're so difficult to avoid. These things. Bam, straight away, smack. You can't shoot them. They're nails. This shit then drops a load of crap behind him with all these spiky balls. These are really difficult to avoid. And I've played around with this level, got a fantastic moving though. I mean, look at the movement of it, really impressive stuff. Great scaling perspective here. I tell you what, 1994 when I got this game on the Amiga, it would have been absolutely. The graphics alone would have blown me away. Oh, like I've been blown away there by bleeding gold spiky balls. Oh, look at it! Oh, I haven't recovered from that. I'm smacking into that big time. That worked great. Yeah, and flow straight into that. Right, so that was, yeah, play something else like Pac-Man, Novabug. That's what they tell me. But anyway, it's a great game. I really, really am enjoying it, and we'll be playing it more. Super Stardust on the Commodore Amiga, 1994 by Housemarque, and excellent stuff. And I will see you very soon. Cheers, and happy firing. And I don't know how to end this video, but Novabug, out.